Hollywood Squares Hour with Jay Leno. And our salute to the 50s, Fabian. Troy Donahue. From Father Knows Best, Eleanor Donahue. From Make Room for Daddy, Angela Cartwright. And the stars of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bauman.
Yeah, make room for us. Okay, thank you. Hey, make room for me. This is my spot.
Thank you. All right. Once more into the breach. Everyone ready?
I'm ready, Gene.
If Troy Donahue could be a movie star. You know, every night on Broadway, somebody sings a song about Troy Donahue.
You know, the kids on my block, when they see me sing that song to me, too, I get
They
a
do?
chorus that follows me around.
It's one of the lyrics in a chorus line. Marvin Hamlish and who else was involved in that? Well, anyway, it's a marvelous show. Been running over 8 years on Broadway. Hello.
We should be so lucky.
Yes.
really.
You're all in black today.
I am in black to symbolize the death of the 50s.
The death of the 50s.
Beg your pardon.
No, I mean the 50s is gone.
Now, wait, we're doing this wonderful nostalgic thing.
I don't mean that they're
come to the
dead.
wrong-
I mean that we're moving on. The 50s are gone, and
You come to the
Right.
wrong place.
Yeah,
You're in black to symbolize your funeral, pal.
in a few years we'll all be in our 50s again.
We're having a nostalgic look at the 50s with all of these beautiful people here who were... Yes?
Please give these out. It's very nice of
Where'd you get that?
Where did
Was
you
right
get that?
here.
I didn't get
No
one.
kidding.
I did.
One with
Someone
my-
left that. And gum, too?
There's some gum under my
Yeah.
chair. I didn't think it was safe to eat it.
Let's get underway here by greeting our two players. We have Steve Bridgman and Charisse Oz, right? Howdy. Now, we're going to get acquainted with these two people, beginning with Steve. Tell us a little bit about you, sir.
Well, I'm a transportation coordinator for a major studio. I'm a sports enthusiast, a native Californian, and I have a 2.5-year-old boy,
What's his name?
Chasen Bo.
Chasen Bo
Bridgman.
Bridgman. Is he there?
You could get him on a soap opera with that.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
All right, Steve. Nice to have you with us. Charisse, tell us about you.
I live in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Really? Nice to have a place up there.
Oh, you did?
Oh, it's wonderful cross-country skiing. It's a marvelous place.
Oh, it's a nice place. And I was raised there in the motel business.
Yeah.
And it's,
Hold it just a minute. A motel in town
yes,
that your parents own?
yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like
I see
a soap
you're
opera.
wearing your waitress outfit to the studio today. And you live here now?
No, I live in Jackson
You still
Hole.
live there?
Yes.
It's a wonderful place. The only thing it's hard to get to, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is.
And the first few days you're there, it's 6,000 feet at ground level. The mountain is 14,000, and you've got to do a little deep breathing. Well, if you're ready, we'll begin the match game. The winner of this little contest will go on to meet our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. We'll play 3 rounds here. These are the round 1 questions, A and B, and since Steve won the toss, he will go first.
I'd like to start with B, please.
You would. B for Bridgman, naturally. Vinny said, I'm sick of being pickpocketed. So I found a way to get even. Now, instead of money, I carry blank in my pocket. Angela, where are you from originally?
England.
From
Cheshire,
England. What town?
Cheshire.
Cheshire. All righty, here we go, Steve. Vinny said, I'm sick of being pickpocketed, so I found a way to get even. And now, instead of money, I carry blank in my pockets.
The only thing I think of is pasta.
Pasta? Cooked pasta.
Cooked pasta.
Cooked pasta. Pickpocket sticks his hand in there and gets
don't
his
feel bad.
gooey mass.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel
Pasta
bad.
pockets ploy.
Pasta. All
I went
right.
with Vinny.
Steve, it's a round 1 question. Don't worry about it. You got a nice round of booze, and everything's going to be all right. What have you got?
I don't want him to feel bad. I was in Vinny, he's an Italian fella.
Yeah.
He said spaghetti. Well, I've got the meatballs.
Aha! Pasta and meatballs. All right. What do you say?
Well, I was going to say the zucchini, not zucchini, the linguine with the clam sauce. But then I chose just trash.
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 Yeah.
You know, trash, pasta.
Yeah. Well, let's see what you have.
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
Instead of money, peanuts. Well, no one's really come up to a really good answer yet. What have you got, John?
I think you've come to the wrong place, sir. Well, I said, the definitive answer, the only even logical answer at all. Black widow spiders.
Oh, of course.
I mean, what?
Thinks that.
I can't believe no one said this yet.
What have you got?
Well, I matched with Eleanor. Peanuts.
Two women said peanuts so far.
Well, John, I really have the definitive answer because I really don't like pickpockets, and I said fish hooks.
Fish hook.
Good.
Well, that's good.
Not bad.
What would probably really be a good response, though, would be mousetrap. You know, stick a little mousetrap in there and the guy gets bing. But,
Mousetrap.
yeah, mousetrap is good.
All the same thing.
All right. Cherise, you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. Weird Willie is so weird. You came to rehearsal, didn't you? Well, he's so weird he has the only houseboat in the world with a blank.
I didn't hear.
Houseboat. Only houseboat in the world with a blank. Yeah.
Keep our eyes on our own paper, please.
Well, it had very strange.
Here we go, Cherise.
Yes.
Weird Willie is so weird he has the only houseboat in the world with a blank.
A garage?
Garage is good. Terrific. All right, Fabian. Something
Well,
weird.
He is a strange fellow and lives right next door to me with my houseboat, and he has a lawn. I don't get it.
All right, Jay.
I was going to say a FDIC 9% non-variable mortgage, but I did say a garage.
You did, all right. One for Cherise. Eleanor.
Weird Willie is so weird that he's redundant. He has a swimming pool.
A swimming pool and a houseboat would be a goofy thing to have. All right, John.
Angela?
Another winner, eh?
I might have missed this. I said a plank. See, because
No way.
Wednesday.
No way you can get out of that one, John. Angela, what have you got?
This is just as bad with a swing.
A swing.
Oh, that's cute.
Pretty bad. Troy?
Well, I lived on a houseboat in a television series, and I was going to say driveway, but I said without a garage, what good would a driveway?
All right. So there's round one. You pick up 2-0 the score. Round two right after this. Cherise, you're ahead. We'll ask you to go first.
Okay. I'll take A.
You want A?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. You ski, Cherise?
Yes.
I'll bet
I
you're a
do.
good skier living in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Hey, did you hear the news?
No.
Let me tell you, they fired Mr. Rogers for not being boring enough. And that's why for a new host, they hired blank. Jay, you know, you matched in a previous round, so you don't play this round.
Well, I just do this for my own benefit. That's why I can learn at home.
Oh, you do enjoy
Rather
it.
than sit by idly, I will participate.
All right. Could you help her out in the meantime? Are you ready? In the
I was
slot?
a naughty girl. Sorry.
Here we go. Cherise.
Yes.
Did you hear the news? They fired Mr. Rogers for not being boring enough, and that's why for a new host, they hired blank.
Howard Cosell.
Very good, Cherise. Listen, she's come up with two pretty good answers so far. She's a good player.
Oh.
You're gnashing your teeth, Fabe.
I know. I watched the show. I don't consider him boring, but I think a lot of people would. William Buckley.
I consider him quite boring. And wrong 100% of the time. All right, Eleanor.
Well, you can't accuse me of being partisan in my politics. I said Fritz Mondale.
Really? Did you go political, John?
I went with the only definitive answer, a black widow spider who walks the plank. No, I said Howard Cosell.
Angela?
I don't particularly like this answer, but Ronald Reagan.
Well, I figured
That answer doesn't like you much.
if you wanted somebody to be a bore, you'd hire a bore.
A bore.
A bore now.
All right. You don't play anyway, but that's
Good
an
for
interesting
you.
response. So, Sharice, you now have 3, and let's see if Steve can do a little catching up here with his second round question. Gloria said, last night I dreamt that I was a gourmet chef. And when I woke up, I found I was stuffing crab meat into my blank.
And who said this?
Gloria.
Gloria
speaking. Oh, right. Here we go, Steve. Gloria said, last night I dreamt that I was a gourmet chef, and when I woke up, I found I was stuffing crab meat into my blank.
Into my pillow?
Into my pillow. A good one. That might work for you. Stuffed crab meat a la pillow. What do you say?
Well, Gloria, I thought she was weird, Gloria. I put deviled eggs.
Stuffing crab meat into my deviled eggs. You are the weirdo.
I
That was a
deserve
bad
that.
dream.
I deserve that.
Jay?
Okay, well, having once dated Gloria, I know just how painful that can be. I said, pillow.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, sweetheart.
Here we go with another
yeah.
pillow.
Catching up, Sharice. 3-2 to score. Yes, sir?
You don't remember me, but I remember you. Crab meat on my pillow, pain in my heart, caused by you.
Wait a minute.
Well, I wrote
Show me
paste.
where it says in your contract you got to sing your answers.
Would you prefer the national anthem?
No. Angela.
I said pillow.
Uh-huh. Steve forges ahead. 4-3.
In the pillow.
Another pillow. 5-3. Well, we got a good game going here. 5-3. Steve's favor. Third and final round right after this. Round. Steve, you're ahead. You have to go first.
I'll stick with B, please.
B. One person plays. Fabiano. Fabulous Fabian.
What?
Forte.
I play?
C.
I just blew that one so bad the last.
I know it. You're probably going to blow this one, too, but we have to go through the motions. Here it is. Dumb Dora is so dumb at gardening, she... I'm sorry, that was my fault. I'll give you another chance. Dumb Dora is so dumb at gardening... Okay. She tried to grow a bird by planting blank. Steve, Dumb Dora is so dumb at gardening, she tried to grow a bird by planting blank.
Eggs?
Eggs is one possibility. There's one other good possibility. He might have said eggs. Maybe he said the other one. Who knows? There are two good shots at it here. Eggs was one.
Okay. I was going to put bird eggs, but I crossed it out and just put eggs.
Well, that's all right. The other good thing, he was a little uncertain. The other good response would have been bird seed.
Yeah.
But,
That's what I would have said.
so now, Sharice, the best you could do is achieve a tie, and you can do that by matching the 3 stars whom you've not matched, Fabian, Eleanor, and Angela. Please respond to this. The doctor said to the patient, "I'm sorry, Lucy, but the silicone seems to have shifted. From now on, you'll have to wear your bra on your blank."
Shall I change it?
Well, no, I just want to make sure you understand. All right? Here we go, Sharice. The doctor said to the patient, "I'm sorry, Lucy, but the silicone seems to have shifted. From now on, you'll have to wear your bra on your blank."
Your stomach?
Your stomach. They seem to be divided there in their opinion about whether... Now, you got to match all three to achieve a tie and stay in the game. She says stomach. Fabian, what do you say?
Well, I thought a little lower. Knees.
Knees. All right, so that means Steve wins the game. What do the rest of you have? Okay. Come on down, Steve. All right. Right on that mark, if you would. What a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're going to send some gifts to you. Hope to see you in Jackson Hole skiing someday. Cherise Hogg. Hey, congratulations. Thank you. Now we're going to switch to Hollywood Squares. Here comes the rest of our set. We'll bring on three more celebrities from the right here in a moment or so. John and I will trade places, and we've got a lot of excitement coming your way. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Whirlpool's microwave oven with microcomputer push-button control. Program all cooking cycles, times, and power with a touch of your fingertip. Convenient defrost guide and bi-level cooking rack furnished by Whirlpool. And some of our departing contestants will receive Norelco's lightweight cleanup machine, rechargeable cordless vacuum, large reusable dust cartridge, wall bracket for out-of-the-way storage from Norelco. Naturally fresh dressings, sauces, and dips manufactured by Eastern Foods Incorporated. We blended nature's best naturally. Ready Light rechargeable light is always charged, hanging right where you can find it. Ready Light from First Alert, because your family comes first. Spruce up, paint up, dress up your home with Red Devil enamels, wood stains, and paint removers. Little cans for tough jobs. From across the Pacific comes Hawaiian Tropic natural tanning lotions and oils, plus this attractive Hawaiian Tropic inflatable raft. And now, it's time for more of The Match Game. Hollywood Squares Hour with more of our salute to the 50s. From the many loves of Toby Gillis and Gilligan's Island, Bob Denver. From 77 Sunset Strip, Ed Burns. From the Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, David Nelson. And taking over, the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bauman.
Grandma's Fabulous Hollywood Squares will remind you in just a minute. Steve Bridgman. Do you remember the 50s, Steve?
I will remember them very well.
You were around.
Yes, I was there.
Good. Attaboy. You have made it through Match Game into Hollywood Squares. We have three other guys who remember the 50s as well, but they have all neglected to age in the interim.
Oh, that's not nice.
This is amazing. We have David Nelson, Ed Burns, and Bob Denver. And today I would like to speak to Ed Burns, who we remember from 77 Sunset Strip, who has quite a current and thriving career. You're going to be in a new movie with Britt Eklund.
That's right. It's called Erotic Images, and the last time we worked together, we did Grease together, another 50s movie. Yeah, Erotic Images, I play a movie director, and it'll be out this summer.
Okay, well, we'll look for it.
Thank you.
You'll look for it, but got a little unfinished business first. Let's play Hollywood Squares. Here we go. And our returning champ. I said you were relaxed before the last show, right? Today you could be really relaxed. The last show you had about $12,000 coming in. Today she has $34,075. Maria Rasul.
Thank you. Thank you.
Holy moly, as we used to say, and still do. Maria, you have 10 siblings, or
No.
that includes you?
Yes.
That's including you. Oh, so there are only
No,
9. Well, I exaggerated. Now, how many of your 9 brothers or sisters have you spoken to since you got the $34,000?
None.
None.
They don't know.
They don't know, and
No.
you're probably expecting them to hit you up for a couple of loans if they find out, aren't you?
Probably, no.
All right, well, you're not done yet. You're going to play Hollywood Squares at least one more time, and you're going to play it till you hear the Time's Up bell. Whoever's ahead goes on to play Super Match and can win up to $30,000. You won 20 yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay, you get to start us off, Maria. First game's worth $100. Pick a square. Let's go.
Jay, please.
Jay Leno, can your 15-year-old cat Buster be neutered? Or at his age, would that be too much of a shock?
Well, I think you have to put yourself in the same position, really, don't you? Yeah, I think it's probably a bit more unsettling to the cat, but I think it can be done. Yeah, sure. Why not?
He says a 15-year-old cat...
No skin off my nose.
He says a 15-year-old cat can be neutered. Agree or disagree, Maria?
I agree.
Your 15-year-old cat, Buster, can be neutered. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square. And you're off to a flying start. Steve Bridgman, you're playing O, pick a star.
Let's go up on top with Bob, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Bob Denver, is the hair on your lips too fine to see? This is something you might have studied, you know, all those years on that island. Is the hair on your lips too fine to see, or is there absolutely no hair on your lips?
Oh, well, let's see. I think the body's covered with hair everywhere. So I would assume that the lips have probably really microscopic, teeny, weeny hairs.
Okay, so he says the hair is too fine to see. Agree or disagree, Steve?
I'll agree with that.
There is absolutely no hair on the lips, and you should have disagreed with Bob, who you would like to send back to that island at this moment because your opponent has gotten that square, and she's got 2 X's up there in a row. Where would you like to place a third?
Jean to win, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Here we go.
For $100. Should you dry clean your polyester leisure suit? Or is that just a waste of money?
Dry clean polyester leisure suit. Well, polyester can be dry cleaned. It can be laundered, drip dry suits. I think they go both ways. Did I ever tell you about the dog I had neutered? When I picked him up, I said to the vet, what am I supposed to do? He says, well, keep him on a leash, don't let him jump off of heights, and don't tell him what I did to him. But anyway.
But should you dry clean your dog's polyester leisure suit?
Dry
really
clean it, what the heck, how can it hurt?
He says dry clean your polyester leisure suit. Agree or disagree for the game?
I disagree.
You should dry clean your polyester leisure suit because it will last longer. You should have agreed with Gene, and your opponent gets that square and blocks you. So, that was a good move for you, Steve. Pick a star for another O.
I'd like to go with David up on top, please.
David Nelson. You're a baby in mommy's tummy. Can you taste, or does that start only after you're born?
I believe you can do a lot of things in your mommy's tummy that no one has found out about. So yes, I think, yes, you can taste.
Okay, it says you can taste in your mommy's tummy. Agree or disagree, Steve?
I agree.
A baby in its mommy's tummy can taste. You're right to agree, and you get the square. So,
Go to your room.
you showed good taste and assumed the advantage in this game. We will find out what happens after these messages.
Stay tuned for more of the Max Game Hollywood Squares Hour. Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
Our dreams have come true. Our prayers have been answered. It's 50s week on the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, and the score is 50-50. Maria Rasul, it is your turn. You're going to ruin our score one way or the other, but pick a star.
Fabian to block, please.
Okay. Now, you missed this one. Steve Bridgman takes the first game and a lead. Fabian Forte, your sex life is non-existent.
Only if you say so.
Is this the same as Buster the Cat again?
Now, can this non-existent sex life cause you to break out in zits, Fabe? Or is acne not caused by lack of sex?
I'd break out in more than zits if I can you break out in zits if you don't have any sex life?
Right.
I think you'd be nervous and your pores would be just really messed up. I think your whole body would be really messed up. I think you'd have zits in your
I think you're begging
eyes,
now.
ears. No, you cannot.
Oh, so... He says, Acne is not caused by lack of sex.
No way. No.
What do you say, Maria?
I agree.
To block. You don't get acne from lack of sex. You're right, you're great. You get the square, and you do block. So, the worm has turned, Steve, and now you're in the defensive position. Pick a star.
Eleanor to block, please.
Okay, you missed this one. Maria takes the first game. Eleanor Donahue,
Yes.
you and your husband are having your sister and her husband, Jack, to dinner. Now, that afternoon, Jack is arrested and thrown in jail. According to the 1936 edition of Vogue's Book of Etiquette, should you set the dinner table for 3, or should you set an extra place to remind everyone of Jack?
That's not a question. That's a soap opera.
Do we have time
Not
for
in
all
our
that?
time slot,
Would you
pal.
please repeat? No,
Yes, sir.
I've got it. No, I'm quite sure. They used to do that when people died. You see, they used to set an extra place, and in 1936, this was very common. However, if somebody went to jail, I think it was forget it, Buster, and no.
Just set the dinner table for 3. Do you remember the question, Steve? Vaguely. Okay. The point is that you were going to have dinner with 4 people. One of them got thrown in jail. Should you set the table for 3 or set an extra place for the missing person? She says set it for 3. Agree or disagree to block?
I disagree.
You should just set it for 3. You should have agreed with Eleanor. Your opponent gets that square and wins the first game. Okay. You have done it, or rather, he didn't do it in this case. But the score is minimal, 200 to 50, and we got plenty of time, so sweep the X's and the O's off the board, and we'll start a $200 game. We'll start it with you, Steve.
I'd like to start with Jay, please.
Okay. You just bought a new Gucci handbag, Jay.
Yeah.
Where did the name Gucci come from? Is it named after Mr. Aldo Gucci? Or is Gucci an Italian word meaning stripe?
No, actually, it comes from the Latin word handbag. No, it comes from Gucci, the man named, there is a gentleman named Gucci, and he has a big fast food franchise in Italy. No, it's his name. That's the guy's name.
Aldo Gucci.
Alcello Gucci, or whatever
It
it
says
is.
Gucci's named after Aldo Gucci. Agree or disagree, Steve?
I agree.
It is named after Mr. Aldo Gucci. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square. Okay, we're going to pick things up a little bit so we can get enough game in here. Maria Rasul, it is your move. You're playing X.
Troy, please.
Troy, did you say?
Yeah, Troy down.
Troy, is Fabian's real name? Or is Fabian just something he made up?
Fabian is his real first name, and Forte is his last name. Fabian Forte is his name.
So he says Fabian is Fabian's real name. Agree or disagree, Maria?
I agree.
Fabian is his real name. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square. Steve, your move for an O.
I'd like to go with Gene, please, in the corner.
Gene Rayburn, the cherries you bought have soft spots.
Sure they do. That's the trouble.
Does this mean they're just right for eating? Or have these cherries been around too long?
Are they discolored or just soft? Because if they're discolored, I won't eat them. If they're just soft, they're nice and ripe and sweet.
They're just soft.
Okay, then they're nice and ripe and full of sugar. The
So
riper
they're just
the...
right for eating.
Yes, just perfect.
Okay, he says they're just right for eating. Agree or disagree, Steve?
I agree.
They have been around too long. No, you should have disagreed with Gene, and your opponent gets that square and takes command of the $200 game, but we got plenty of time. We're going to find out what happens after these messages. See you then. Maria Rasul, $250, and your move.
Angela to win, please.
Okay, now this could give you a pretty big lead. Angela Cartwright, if you wanted your crinoline to stay stiff under your skirt, what should you do with it at night? Soak it in sugar water or stick it in the freezer?
Well, I would say crinoline was kind of from years ago, and I would say put it in the sink with sugar.
Soak it in sugar water. For the game, agree or disagree, Maria?
I agree.
You should soak your crinoline in sugar water. You are right to agree. You get the square, and you win another game. Stick it in the freezer, huh? Okay, you're kind of sticking it to Steve a little bit. You got $475, and he's only got $75, but it's a $300 game. So mathematics dictates you can catch up substantially if we sweep the X's and O's off the board and get moving. You will start us off, Steve. Pick a star.
Jay, please.
Jay Leno. Mm-hmm. The People's Republic of China is now importing these from the U.S. Are they Pooper Scoopers or episodes of My Favorite Martian?
Well, let's see. It's not egg rolls. We know that. It's not Pooper Scoopers because they just outlawed all dogs in China, right? Which they did. So it's probably episodes of My Favorite Martian, non-controversial, no political. Yeah, My Favorite Martian.
What do you say, Steve?
I agree with that.
It is episodes of My Favorite Martian. Very well reasoned out by Jay Leno, and you're right to agree. You get the square. Maria, your move.
David Nelson, please.
Mm-hmm. According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, should you put butter on a burn, or is it bad to put butter on a burn?
I think it's bad to put butter on a burn. I think you should put ice on a burn.
He says it's bad to put butter on a burn. What do you say, Maria?
I agree.
It is bad to put butter on a burn. You're right to agree. And you get that square. So he demolished another old cliche here. I always thought it was good to put butter on a burn. Shows how much I know. Steve, your move. You're playing O.
I'd like to go with Angela, please.
Mm-hmm. Angela Cartwright, in 1958, what did Richard Nixon do to the Peruvian protester who spit on him? Did Nixon forgive the man? Or did he kick the guy in the shins?
Now let me see. I was about 6. I remember this very well. I think he kicked the guy.
I think he had him audited, didn't he?
She said, Richard Nixon kicked the guy in the shins who spit on him. Agree or disagree, Steve?
I disagree.
In 1958, a Peruvian protester spit on Richard Nixon, and our vice president kicked him in the shins. You should have agreed with Angela, and your opponent gets that square. For 18 and a half minutes, he kicked the guy in the shins. No, that's something else. Maria, your move. You're playing X.
Fabian, please.
Okay. Fabiano. Can you catch dandruff by wearing somebody else's hat? Or is that a flaky idea?
Well, you have to hold the hat under his...
Help me, Jay.
Yeah.
Let's see, wear someone else's hat? Not at all, no. You can't catch it. I mean, you might get a couple flakes in your eyebrows, but...
Right, so you can't catch dandruff from somebody else's hat. What do you say, Maria?
I agree.
It is a flaky idea. Yes, you cannot catch dandruff by wearing someone else's hat. You're right to agree. You get the square, and no, you got kind of a heap of trouble, Mr. Bridgman. Pick a star.
Gene in the corner of the block, please.
All right. You missed this one. Then just try to collect a bunch of money before the time's up bell rings. Gene Rayburn, Farmer Fred likes to add marigold petals to his chicken feed. Petals. Will this color the egg yolks a deeper yellow, or will he still get the same old yolks?
What a painful question. Well, let's see. I suppose it's possible for the dye in the petals to... I've never heard of this. So I'm going to disagree with it and say, no, it's not going to do anything to the yolks.
Okay, so we'll still get the same old yolks, even if he has marigold petals to his chicken feed?
Yeah.
Agree or disagree, Steve, to block?
I agree.
If he adds marigold petals to his chicken feed, it will make the yolks a deeper yellow.
I never heard of that.
It is no yolk for you, my friend. You disagreed, and your opponent gets the square and wins another game.
Yes, Steve. You did.
Okay, she is doing it again. This is pretty familiar. You got up to $1,300 a couple of days ago. You got $875 so far, but we got time. Take the X's and the O off of the board. We'll start a $400 game with you, Steve. Every 25 bucks adds up. Pick a star.
Jay, please.
Okay, Mr. Leno. You fire a bullet straight up into the air. When the bullet falls back down, it hits you on the head.
Could be painful.
That's the issue. Will the bullet hurt you, or will you probably not feel it?
Well, let me see. It will come down with exactly the same force that it went up, because it accelerates 2 times every 125 feet, so it'll fall with exactly the same force as it went up. Exactly.
Will that hurt you?
Me, no, but a normal man, yes. He could be injured, yes. Any lesser man would be seriously hurt, yes.
Steve J. says that bullet will probably hurt you. That's fired straight up in the air. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
That bullet will probably hurt you. Yeah, you're right to agree. Because it might even kill you. It might even kill you, and the bell means the time is up. $875, fourth day in a row. Maria Rasul is our champ. Congratulations. You zip your way right over there. Join Gene Rayburn. A moment of good sportsmanship, and Steve. She didn't fire a bullet straight up in the air,
But I felt it.
but she killed you anyway. She's just a very good player, you know, as we've established, and you did pretty well yourself. You hung in there for a while. You have $125 in. Thanks for playing Match Game Hollywood Squares. Steve Bridgman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Gene.
All right, John, here we are with the champ. And we'll be back with her, the stars, for a go at the big dough right after this.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Okay, here we go. Maria, you got $34,950. And now in the super match, you could win possibly another $30,000. Are you ready for that? All right.
Yes.
Okay, let's begin. We polled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Blank can. If you choose the answer they wrote down most often, you'll get $1,000. For the second most popular, $500, and for the third, $250. All right. Whom do you call on for a little assist here?
Eleanor, please.
Can.
There's one.
I used to
John.
answer, so that came to my mind right away.
You're going to have to earn this one because there are lots of them. I'm going to say tin can.
Tin can. Got 2 now. Fabian, do you have one? You want to call in here?
Fabian?
I had the other 2. Now I went the trash can.
Oh, yeah.
Trash can. So you have trash can, can, and tin can. You may choose one of those or give us one of your own.
I'm going to go with can.
Okay. All right. Got to be a high kicker to do that. Let's see if can is up there, and if so, where. Let's begin down at the bottom. Reveal the $250 response. Tin can. All right. That's one that John gave you. The $500 response says trash can. All right. Fabian gave you that one. Here's your last chance for can. Slide the big one, Steve. Here it is. You got $1,000. You got it. Very good. All right.
It's in our contract.
Now it's time for the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. After you've made your selection, we'll ask that star to reveal the hidden number, and we'll multiply the $1,000 by whatever number is revealed. And we're all hoping and rooting that you're going to get the 30. We haven't revealed that in a long time. Let's see what we have here.
Fabian.
Don't you see? She can't do it. Don't you realize no one's wearing that color?
Well, she was looking for one of the stars with that color.
You are.
I am.
Yes,
All right, I can't play. Fabian, she has chosen you. Would you grab that tab and ready, set, go. Wow! You are playing for $30,000. What made you choose Fabian?
He's Italian.
She said she chose him because he's Italian.
Yeah.
The previous day, she chose a star who was wearing the same color coordinates. All right, face me if you would, please.
Wait, would I have to do the same thing, right?
You're going to write and put it in the slot, and she is going to try to match you. Here we go. Whoops.
Remember, she is Italian, so if you're wrong...
I know, I'm going to...
If you're wrong, we take you out into the parking lot and...
Kill me.
All right. Now, no help. You know, you might have a tendency to blurt out an answer. Please don't do that, because if you do, we got to start all over again. Blank Joe. J-O-E. Blank Joe.
Blank.
J-O-E. You got one? Let me just show this to Fabian. It might help you to look at it and see it. All right? Yeah. So we all understand that we're all on the same wavelength here.
That's what I had. Okay.
All right.
Great answer.
So, I guess, Fabian, you did go with your first response with your instinct?
Yes.
All right. Maria, you collect the $30,000 if you match him. What do you say?
G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe. Well, the audience thinks you're right. Fabian, she says G.I. Joe. What do you say? G.I. Joe. He's got, what'd you say? Come on out here. $65,950. That is a new high. The previous high was $62,950. She's got 65. She's a new all-time champ on the Match Game Hollywood Squares. Okay, we'll be back with the champ and the stars right after this.
If you would like to be a member of our studio audience here on the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Tickets, the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, 3000 West Alameda Avenue, Burbank, California, 91523.
Well, listen, we're going to see Maria tomorrow. I'm Gene Rayburn inviting you to join us tomorrow.
John Bauer saying so long for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. Having fun?
A member of our studio audience will receive Montgomery Ward's washer-dryer combo. Washer features 2-speed 10-cycle routine and dryer sports large capacity for the large family loads, furnished by Montgomery Ward. And some of our departing contestants will receive quality and economy in 4 flavored freezer pops, 16 freeze-em-and-eat-em frozen pasteurized confection joys for kids of all ages. Post 40% bran flakes. If you want better tasting fiber, it's Post, the best tasting 40% bran flake. Clean and clear leaves no dulling residue as the no rinse cleaner for a clearly beautiful floor. Niagara, America's #1 selling spray starch. It helps prevent the deep penetration of soil and stains. You get a crisper, firmer finish with Niagara spray starch. Advanced Formula Centrum contains vitamins and minerals in the USRDA to supplement your daily diet. Centrum from A to Z. This is Rich Jeffries speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, a Mark Goodson television production.